What's up everybody, my name is Julian and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to share with you all 5 different tips for both incoming and current medical school students. I think that these things are things that could have helped me so much if I would have implemented them in my own journey. So I made the mistake so that you all didn't have to. Oh, and before we go any further, I would really appreciate it if you all could leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and then hit that subscribe button over here. But back to the video. Okay, so I actually did implement some of these things in my journey, but the others that I did not implement would have served me very well if I would have started doing them when I first got here. And so I'm excited to share this with you all so that you all can not make the same mistakes that I made. Okay, y'all, so I know that there is a certain personality trait that many medical school students have, which is self-reliance. But I would definitely recommend that you all build a personal relationship with any type of like academic counselor that you all have from the beginning. Like when you first get there, I'm talking like first, second week. You don't have to stress yourself out about it like trying to do it the first day of class, but before you take your first test, definitely meet with the academic counselor so that they can give you some really good advice of what worked for previous students so that you can maybe try to implement some of these things, maybe use some of these resources, some of these study strategies, some of these mental health resources that they have, and just build that relationship so that, you know what I'm saying, you feel more comfortable reaching out to them when things actually start to ramp up and when they start to get hard. Because when you first get there, it is very hard. It's very challenging because it's very new and it's a very like new level of like how many hours I have to put in, how much I have to read, how many PowerPoint slides I have to put in, but it definitely progresses over time. And so if you built that relationship at the beginning, then you would not feel odd or feel weird or feel less than for reaching out to them later on when you really need it. So I definitely recommend building a personal relationship with your academic counselor at your school. Okay, and the second tip that I have for you all is to find what resources work best for you. When you first get there, or at least at my school, when we were starting like each different class, the students that were above us would give us like a little like kind of like lecture seminar, just like a little talk after class about what resources work for them best, what resources that many people didn't use, what resources people didn't find helpful. And so I think that this can add a lot of value because of course like they know better than you because they've been through it, but also I think that there is value in finding what works best for you. There were some resources that people use like Sketchy that I really wasn't fond of and really didn't help me before. Now, it did end up helping me when I started studying for step 1, but when using it to study for pharm and like the micro, like when I was taking my regular test during like the first 2 years, it honestly did not help me and it did not suit my style of learning as best as it could have. And so I didn't really use it, but many students may have used it and may not have benefited from it. So I really think it's important to try to use a variety of resources that people give you and like learn if you like them, learn if you don't. But if you don't like them, if they don't work for you, you do not have to use them. Many people get stuck inside of the habit of using things only because everybody else uses it, like Anki. Some people Anki does not work for. Now, I would say majority, like a large majority of medical school students use Anki. Like that's like the #1 resource. But it may not work for some people, and that's okay. If it does not work for you, don't feel odd, don't feel left out, don't feel less than, don't feel weird. Don't use it and find something that suits your learning style better, and that will help you tremendously. Okay, and for number 3, let me get a little close because this is something that I wish somebody was stern with me about at many moments, and I wish that I was stern with myself about. But take care of your mental health. Do not put your mental health behind medical school. And this is honestly a mistake that a lot of people make. And honestly, it's very hard to prioritize your mental health in medical school because of course, like, you're not paying $60,000 for your mental health. You're not paying $60,000 for how you feel, for how happy you are. You're paying for your education, and so it becomes like you're #1 in life. But you can never, ever put these jobs, put these schools over your mental health. When I tell y'all, reach out to people if you need help. Reach out to your parents, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, your siblings, whoever. Never feel like you are alone because there is always somebody that will be there to help you. Even people at the school. If you don't have anybody in your family, if you don't have family, if you're not close to them, if you're not close to friends, then talk to somebody at the school. Now, I don't go to counseling. Many of my friends go to counseling, and I think they benefited greatly from it. I think one day that I honestly will. I don't think that like it's anything urgent in my life that needs counseling, but I think that it's good to just talk your feelings out, even if it's something like very minor. You're just tired, you're overwhelmed, or you're happy. Go talk about how happy you are and figure out how to maintain that happiness when things get hard and when things get tough in medical school. Because medical school is very hard, it's very tough. It's hard to adjust to a lot of the times, especially as it continues to progress within itself. And so take care of your mental health. And I like to tell people, and I've said this in previous videos, if y'all want to check out some of my videos, I have plenty of videos about medical school advice and all that stuff. So I would really appreciate it if y'all could check those out. But I talked about having like 3 non-negotiables because someone gave me this advice before I started medical school. And so have 3 non-negotiables that you don't stop when you start medical school, because like you may have to sacrifice a lot of things, but if you like to go to the gym, never stop going to the gym. You may have weeks where like, okay, you have a test this week, so you may not be able to go this week, but never stop going to the gym when you get in medical school. If you like to paint, don't stop painting. If you like to ride your bike, don't stop riding your bike. If you like to hang out with friends, don't stop hanging out with friends. You have to have like at least 3 non-negotiables to uphold to help to maintain your mental health. And so I'm really honing down on this because it's so important. And honestly, I have my own mental health struggles since I've been here, and so I don't want you all to go through those same things. So prioritize your mental health. That's honestly, I should put that at number 1. If I can go back, I would, but I already said number 3. But that's number 1. That's number 1. Okay, and for my 4th piece of advice, I would say to explore the topics that you truly find interest in. Like explore those a little deeper. And this does get very hard. When time permits, explore them deeper, because like I love learning about cancer. So it's like a lot of the time, like some classes are hard, some classes you really won't enjoy, like neurology, no, renal. But if you find like maybe like a disease that you like, or a disease that just really like, not that you like, but like they interest you, of course, like, because obviously we don't like diseases, but that like you enjoy learning about, if you find maybe like 20-30 minutes in a random day, a random weekend, 15 minutes when you're studying or taking a break studying, watch a video about it, watch a patient case about it, watch somebody on YouTube who has this disorder, talk about the disorder and bring more awareness towards it. Like really hone in on those things that you really like find like to be interesting, and maybe that you will become passionate about, because it helps you to continue being excited about being a student and being a learner. Because like I said, y'all, medical school is hard, and sometimes it's hard to maintain that passion that you had, and sometimes you feel like the passion is gone, but it's really just a stress response to how much work you're doing. And so in order to combat that, I think that it's really good to like hone in on some things, because at the end of the day, in order to be a doctor, you really have to love learning. You have to love to learn. And so if like really take advantage of that love to learn, and don't let like the process and the structure of medical school take that passion and that love away. So like I said, just find a random disease that you like heard about in class, you read about. If you have like even 5 minutes, read a patient case about it, watch a YouTube video, watch a TikTok video. Plenty of diseases are gaining more awareness because people are more open about them and more open and spreading awareness about them. So just like find something that will give you like more of an emotional connection to it, more of like a passionate thought about it, and hone in on that, because then you'll be really excited to like continue learning and like finding even more that you're excited to learn about. Okay, and then for number 5, this is kind of broad, but I would just say try your hardest to enjoy the process of medical school. This is probably my 3rd or 4th time saying this in this video, but medical school is very hard. And sometimes, like I said with the last tip, sometimes you may feel like you're losing your passion at certain points just because of the structure, because it is very hard. And many people don't know exactly what they're getting themselves into. I don't think most people do, just because like, how could you, right? Like, how could you? But try your hardest to just like enjoy like at least certain aspects of medical school. Like if you enjoy like these groups, like join a couple groups. Don't join too many, but join a couple groups so that you can have something to pour into you throughout the day in between like classes and studying. If you like shadowing a certain specialty, shadow them like maybe like once every couple of weeks, just to keep that enjoyment of the process going. But I would say really hone in on those things that you love about medical school and never like lose them and never like step away from them, because it's a very long process. And so it's important to be happy. Like I said, mental health, like it's tying all these things together. Mental health, like making sure you're good, making sure you're mentally okay, mentally sane, not losing your passion. Try your hardest to enjoy medical school for what it is. But that was my last piece of advice for this video. I really appreciate you all for watching this all the way through, and I really hope that this advice does help you all, because you hear so many things when you're about to start medical school from so many different people, and everybody's experience is really different. And so just try to stay on top of things, especially your mental health. I would definitely, like I said earlier, like I really want to emphasize that aspect, because mental health is a big struggle amongst medical school students. And you know what I'm saying, you want to be proactive instead of having to come back and fight for your life when you're going through like a mental health crisis. And so I hope that these pieces of advice really help you all. If you would like, I have plenty of other videos on my page talking about like medical school advice, sharing medical school vlogs, tips for medical school students. And also I just started to expand my page talking about just like sharing more wisdom that I've learned being an adult and growing up in my 20s and living in like authenticity to truly who I am. And so I would really love it if you all could check those videos out as well, because I'm just trying to share more of who I am on this page, because like I said in my other videos, I'm much more than medical school, and you are too. And so remember to maintain those other parts of your identity as well outside of medical school. And so thank y'all for watching this video. I hope that you all like and subscribe to this video, and comment down below. But with that said, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I wish y'all the best in your medical school journey. Peace out.